Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1802. I'm Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway. And
Mike's Daily Podcast.
This is in Podcastro Valley today. Actually, Podcastro Valley. We haven't done one in Podcastro Valley in years. And I've had to dust off my old radio podcasting equipment. And I'm singing a song. No, I'm not. Because I'm in front of my lovely lady friend today. Say hi.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
She didn't say hi, even though there's a microphone on her. Oh, you can hear her laugh, though. That's good.
Mike's
Okay.
Daily
I am happy.
Podcast.
Basil the Boxer is also here.
Yeah!
You will hear a recording of him barking from like back when he was a little puppy in just a little bit. By the way, MikesDailyPodcast1802Mute is the website to go to check out all the old shows and to, you can contact me. 336MM Daily, or you can email me MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. This is exciting. This is coming together so well. I'm in a good mood at the moment. I was feeling a little bit of anxiety, though, because I had not done a podcast in so long. And I thought, can I still do this? Do I know how? And, by the way, we have to, before the podcast picture thing happens, you're going to have to think of something. Probably from our trip to Santa Cruz. All right. Says my lovely lady friend, who's a mute. She can't say a dang word. All right. Just so you know. I did feel a little anxiety also today because my phone died. Yes, on my way to BART in the Bay Area, my lovely lady friend said, I will go pick you up. And I wrote her, I'm going to be there at 5:20, my phone's going to die, and it died. It did. It's like that Geico commercial. Hello? Yeah, honey, can you get the...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Get the thing... Hello? Like nothing. It's a great commercial, and I just completely reenacted it perfectly. The podcast picture today is what picture from Santa Cruz? Probably that one from the boardwalk. Is that what you're thinking? That was a good one. The one by the boardwalk. If you say a word, you have to point your mouth towards the microphone. It makes it a world of difference. Okay. Well, we use Google Photos. Oh, there's Basil. There he is. I suppose I could have hooked up some headphones for you to hear some of this, but next time. Okay, so we're going to put a... Wow. I don't know what to picture. Something... So Google Photos is a wonderful thing you can use. That's absolutely free. Of course, I don't know what kind of information they're getting. They're looking at your pictures and going, ooh, Capitola. Oh, this one. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. Maybe take this part out. Capitola's got these houses. Yeah, that's a good one right there. The sunset. I think to make a trip worth going on, you have to have little benchmarks, little things you want to do along the way on the trip. Our benchmark was, we need to get back to Capitola before the sun goes down so we can see the color of the little houses in that motel that's across the way. Capitola is next to Santa Cruz, by the way, for all you people listening outside of the Bay Area. And so we were like, we didn't feel any anxiety on look at Basil. So Basil, whenever I do a podcast, look at how utterly irked he is right now. This is the first podcast I've done in a long time where Basil's actually in the room at Café Anyway, located somewhere in podcast. There he goes, shaking. Oh, Basil. So, yeah, we had to... Oh, now he wants to play. My point is, as I'm scattered all over the place, is we feel anxiety. And anxiety... All right, my lovely lady friend is a therapist. Anxiety, is that... Can you throw out a definition off the top of your head? I'm thinking like fear. I'm thinking like you can't get enough oxygen. You can't breathe. It's anxiety. when I think of an anxiety attack. You can't breathe. Is that good? Is that right?
That's a variety of anxiety, yes.
Yes? Did you hear that? She talked in the first time ever at Café Anyway. Bravo. By the way, you might hear a rumbling in the background. We're doing some laundry here at Café Anyway. All right, so we're going to do this wonderful picture from Capitola. And as we go to MikesDailyPodcast1802Mute, where you can catch the old show. Continue on with your definition of anxiety, please, lovely lady friend, who's much smarter than me. Anything else? What's a cure for anxiety? What can you do to help it? So this is what happens to people that aren't ready for being on the podcast. And she's got a lovely laugh, though. It's helping. It's helping the show to hear her laughter. Thank you for laughing on the show. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. And I know what it feels like to be put on the spot, because the company I worked for said to me recently, we would like to videotape you and then put that on Twitter and on our website. What you're saying, you were going to ask you some questions like, what's your favorite thing about the company? What do you like most about it, etc. And I'm like, don't put me on camera, my big shiny head. I got a head like a big apple pie. That was a quote from Seinfeld and Jerry Stiller. He said that. Everybody remembers the Festivus and Serenity Now, but they don't remember. You don't remember that one, Serenity Now? She shakes her head. The therapist does. So, anxiety about money is common. Would you agree?
Yes.
A lot of anxiety about that. And I think the basic needs that we should be worried about, as we were in the jungles, in the wilderness, is we should be worried about, am I able to eat something? So as we go outside a Café Anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Oh my gosh, look who's here. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing? Hi there, Mike's lovely lady friend. How y'all doing?
Hi, Benita.
Hey, you know my name.
I'm a fan.
That's great. I'm kind of like the female Huell Hauser. I love Huell Hauser. Look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. This is a Disgruntled Fiddle Player. Tell you
What?
Your lovely lady friend is my lovely lady friend.
Yes, Benita and her are one of a kind. They're beautiful, shining diamonds.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think romantically. And look who's pouring us a wonderful root beer right now.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh, drink some right now. Mike's lovely lady friend. I'll cut you.
Don't threaten my girlfriend in front of me. How dare you? That creates anxiety. A Café Anyway. We don't need that.
Sorry, Mike. You're the best, Mike's girlfriend.
All right. Anxiety. She's waving to him. So, yeah, but I think there's a lot of anxiety about taxes as we are progressing towards that now. And the thing is that's interesting about the whole Trump bill from last year, the tax bill, it's gone into effect this year, and people are paying. They're not getting some of them got a nice check last year, but this year it's like, pay up, buddy. Pay up. Now's the time. The piper called the tune, and the pigeons have come home to roost in their pigeon roost with the hens. I don't know expressions. But at least I admit it. I know some radio people that go, they never use the right expression, and you're like, I don't think that's how that's said. I think that's the Princess Bride is what I think that was. But oh, hey, the laundry's done. Woohoo! So my point is, there's a lot about and I hope you enjoyed today's show, because there's a lot of anxiety out there, and we need to fight it. You need to go out and you need to relax and sleep. And yes, there are money issues, but sometimes you gotta splurge. Oh, hey, here's a thing. Here's a money tip. Cancel your Netflix. my lovely lady friend. What's the show you're watching? The Umbrella Effect? The Umbrella People?
Academy.
The Umbrella Academy. Is it okay? It's all right?
Kind of,
All right, and I think you've heard on the show, me mention Ministerio del Tiempo, and that's a great show made in Spain, on the plane, where the rain, and they did a great job because it was a great time. It was an interesting spin on the time traveling theories and whatnot, and the characters were incredibly likable. Alonzo looked like a tall Frank Zappa, he was so bad. It was amazing. This guy was better than Dirty Harry and Terminator combined. He was amazing. Oh yes, and he would genuflect. He would cross himself because he was Catholic. El Catolico. Did I say that right?
Católico, sí.
Catolico. My lovely lady friend has taught me a lot about Spanish. Don't spend money on Spanish lessons. Find a beautiful Spanish-speaking girlfriend who will teach you the language of love. See, I'm giving more money tips. I have a couple more I'll get to the next show to fight anxiety and money worries and all that. Oh, my thing about canceling your Netflix, because it is going up in price. You can rent DVDs at your local library. So do that. Yes. Thank you, librarians, which there are none anymore. Actually, they do have information desks. But, by the way, I know people like some shows better than others, like some things. Like, some people like announcers, some radio and podcast announcers better than others. Some people don't like the way, for example, I add a couple extra S's to everything. Anyway, the point is here at Café Anyway outside, and that wonderful podcast picture of Capitola, and wrapping it all up, as I am doing such a wonderful job of wrapping this up today, because clapping is fun. And dusting off the old template that I used to do this podcast. I guess my point is MikesDailyPodcast1802Mute. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful... who is that going to be on there? We'll get to Madame Rootabega, Valentino and Bison Bentley. Anything else to add, lovely lady friend? No?
Listen to Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, thank you. Listen to Mike's Daily Podcast. Very good. And librarians. That's right. Oh, yeah, no librarians. So that's sad. Maybe that's something we should discuss next time. The death of the librarian. Oh, this is horrible. Wasn't there an awful Kevin Costner movie called The Librarian? Oh, no, that was The Mailman. Isn't there every single movie is an awful Kevin Costner movie except for the Field of Dreams one and the Bull Durham one and the one with the Indians? I mean, Native Americans. Hey, the guy who yelled at the Native American at the Lincoln Monument, apparently now he's suing the Wall Street Journal. Ugh. You know, it's sort of the thing now. If you are conservative, you got to sue the Wall Street Journal because of the Jeff Bezos owning that. And apparently, Jeff Bezos doesn't like Democrats because now he's mad at Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He's mad at her and other New York politicians that I guess made it difficult for him to build his headquarters there. That's one of the reasons why I pulled it. He got himself out of there. I think it might have been also because he's going through a big divorce and he can't do a big building project right now. That's the other. Oh, Basil's very upset. Okay, he's standing up again. All right, ending the show. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!